again, YouTubers. So this is a totally different type of video for me. Questions and answers. I haven't really done a video, I don't think, that I remember like this before. However, I decided to sit down. I posted a photo on Instagram, my Facebook, and I think my Twitter, just basically saying any questions you guys would like to know the answers to. I think it's a great way for you guys to get to know me a little bit better. I've seen a couple of these going around. I always find them interesting, so I figured why not? So I'm gonna jump right into it. I was planning to start yesterday, and this first question, actually, I have the questions here on my phone. The first question here actually pertains to why I wasn't able to tape it yesterday. I want to know about fillers, especially the cost and how long it'll last. No one ever wants to talk about those things. Thanks. Well, if you follow my vlog videos, I talk about it all the time. All the time. Probably a little bit, well, not too much, but I talk about it quite frequently. I do have Botox. I get Botox on my forehead, up around this area to relieve some of the wrinkles here. And then I also get filler under my eyes, right in through here to alleviate, sorry if you hear Scotch playing with a toy down here, alleviate some of the dark circles under my eyes. And then I get filler up around the outside area of my lip in order to reduce the fine lines in through my lips. Because if I don't have that, I look like I've been smoking for 100 years. I am not gonna go through and tell you guys costs and all of that kind of stuff. I do have a couple of videos about that. Cost will vary by where you live. That is a key thing to remember with this. But typically, two of the things I do, one thing I do is I have a Botox bank, which is something you sorry if the camera is moving. Scotch was just banging the camera. I didn't even think of that part. I might have to move him downstairs. We'll see. I do a Botox bank, which is a prepaid version. You go in, you purchase a certain amount up front, and then you can use them through as long as you need to. Typically for Botox, I get about 30 cc's once every 4 to 5 months. For my lip and eye, in the beginning, I had one syringe under both my eyes and one in my lip. And then you only need to do that once every year and a half, 2 years. The first year you need it again after 1 year, which is what I did. She now told me the next time I should need either of those should be about 1.5 years to 2 years out. The filler is more expensive than the Botox. Yes and no, it lasts longer, so maybe it isn't. But I will do a whole video on that. I am talking about it in my vlog video this Wednesday coming up in way more detail, so if you're interested in that, watch that vlog video. It will tell you a little bit more about cost and things like that. Do you have any insecurities? If so, what are they? My lights are moving because Scotch is running around down there. Insecurities. I don't know. I think as I was younger, I had much more insecurities. Now I'm kind of secure in who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. I don't know. I kind of like myself is the easiest way to say that. I don't really. I mean, we all have things we like to work on. Like I don't like working out, but I like working out because it makes me look and feel the way I want to. I mean, again, I have Botox and fillers. Would you consider the fact that I get Botox and fillers an insecurity? No, I don't. I just consider them that I know that they're things that I want to work on just like anything else. And so that's what I do to make things look the way I picture them to be, I guess. Would like reviews on fillers and what medical grade skincare you use. As I said, I will discuss a little bit more in this Wednesday's vlog video, the fillers that I use, the types I've used, the costs, things like that, because a lot of people have asked me that, and I figured that would make this video super long. Maybe I'll do a specified video on that. Medical grade skincare, I have started using since December. I use a Baji Nuderm. And I love it, love it, love it. Do we plan on having any more kids? No, I'm 42. I'm good with, we had always said that if we could have one that was healthy, we would be happy with that. They considered me high risk because of my age. I was 38 when I had him. So I don't know. No, I mean, if it happened and it was an accident, you know, we wouldn't have an issue with it, but we're not planning to, no. What are your pet peeves? I don't know. Not a lot bothers me. I don't really, like, there's nothing that I'm like, oh my God. Things that bother me are, I guess, I mean, I like to have my house clean. I like organization. I can't go to bed until everything is where it belongs. But if I go into someone else's house that's a mess, it doesn't bother me. I don't know. It doesn't, because that's their house and their life, not mine. So I don't know. I don't have many pet peeves. Like, it takes a lot to bother me or upset me, honestly. Financial advice. I think that's kind of another video in itself. Financial advice, don't buy what you can't afford. I don't really use credit cards. We have one credit card. We use it for things that we get points for, but it is paid off every week. Not every month, every week. We use debit cards for everything else or cash. We don't buy what we can't afford. Don't live above your means. So just simply don't purchase what you can't afford and what you can't afford to pay back. What are 3 things you love about Marty? I love that he's hilarious. He makes me laugh every single day. Like, I love that he's hilarious. I also love that he has a serious side and a fun side. His business side is very, very, very serious. He is very focused, very driven, and very serious. But when he is done and he clicks off, he is just such a fun person. Like, he just genuinely loves people. That's another one. He loves people. He loves entertaining. He loves having people to have a good time. Like, he is just fun and he makes me smile. What is the hardest thing about being a stay-at-home mom? I am a stay-at-home mom to 2 littles, and it feels like sometimes I don't get enough grown-up time. Some of the hardest things for me were accepting that my schedule was his schedule now. My calendar is more filled with things he does than things that I do. I am very planned out and very organized. I didn't realize how much I needed to be, even more so once I had him. It's just, your life changes, and it's really hard to put into words how it changes. It changes for the better, but it's work, guys. It is work every single day. It is the hardest job you will ever have, by far. It is just different. And we're really enjoying the time it is now, because he's really at a stage where he has his own personality, but he does things with us now, not him just going along with it. Now he actually enjoys doing things with it. Not getting enough grown-up time, make time for it. Make yourself a priority. Your child and children are your life, but make yourself the top priority as well. Make sure you get that time. Marty and I go out every time we're home, at least one night a weekend. MJ goes to bed at 7 o'clock, because at 7 o'clock on, Marty and I have time together. We watch TV, we talk, we do whatever. Like, it is our time from 7 o'clock till whenever. I set that bedtime up from day one. He has never faltered. Every once in a while, if we're out somewhere during the summer with a lot of people, it will. But he goes to bed at 7 o'clock so that Marty and I can have our grown-up time together. Sometimes that means that if Marty's out of town like he is right now, I get work things done. Sometimes that means that I go out with friends. I'm going out with friends tonight. Just make the time for yourself. I'm curious on how you've trained Scotch so fast. I realize your background in this, but are there any resources or tips and tricks? By the way, my favorite videos are your face of the months. Keep it up. Thank you. Okay, how did I train Scotch so fast? Yes and no. He still has his days. Trust me. He's only 4 months old now, but he knows sit, he knows down, he knows sit pretty, he knows come, and he knows to ring the bell when he has to go outside. Does it happen every single time? Absolutely not. I would say the only one that he gets every single time as soon as you say it is sit. It's repetition. Every time I see him sitting on his own, good sit, good boy, good sit. Every time I see him laying down, good down, good down. You know what I mean? Just keep saying those words to them. Every single time we go outside, I ring a bell. I have these tiny, tiny little training treats. That's hard to say 3 times fast. Training treats. And every time he rings the bell and he goes outside and he goes to the bathroom and he comes back in, he gets a treat. Every time I say kennel and he goes into his kennel on his own. You've seen that in my vlog videos as well. He gets a little treat. It's both positive reinforcement, repetition, and then also the treats help too. Your dog has to be food driven though. My dog is food driven, so that is very helpful. I'm going to do more information on that in a vlog video too, because I feel like that could really use more information. If you could only use 3 makeup products for the rest of your life, what would they be? Foundation, mascara, and bronzer probably, I would guess, because the foundation I could also make into concealer, and I could live without the rest if I had to. Maybe a chapstick, does that count? I don't know. What makes you laugh harder than anything other than MJ? Marty. Literally, I laugh. He just cracks me up. How do you store and organize all of your jewelry? I'm always looking for organizational tips. All right, well, I show this in my vlog video. You can see some of it back here. I have a room that I keep my jewelry in. Not everybody can do that. But one of the key things that I have shown before, and I will try to insert a picture here, is I have those command, 3D command, I think it is, or 3M command. They're little hooks that you can stick on the wall, and then there's a plastic piece that when you want to take them off, you can pull the plastic and it comes off the wall. I have them back here with all my jewelry hanging on it. Great way. The only thing is some of the jewelry tarnishes fast that way, so you do have to clean it more often. Good and bad. I will try and insert a clip there though. How does Stella & Jewelry hold up with regard to tarnishing? There we go. Boy, I am just knocking them out of the park without even realizing it. They, for the most part, most of them don't tarnish. However, some of the delicates do, the silver, the gold. I use a Stella & tarnishing cloth. I'll keep it in here. They sell a jewelry cleaning set. I just wipe, you can see where I've wiped things with it before. I clean it with this. That's what I do. If stuff's really bad, I'll stick it in a jewelry cleaner as well. How can I start working for Stella & Dot? Drop me an email. That's probably the easiest. We'll talk on the phone. I can give you a bunch of information. I am planning as well to do a full video because people have asked that about working with Stella & Dot, how you get started, things like that. In your opinion, what is the best thing to do when going through a breakup? Have you ever been there? Yes, I've been there. I was married at 25, divorced at 28, went through a couple of relationships in between. I think that every relationship that ends is different. I don't think that I can give you good, sound advice. I think that one of the most important things I could tell you is take the time to be on your own, to enjoy yourself, to love yourself, and to really be comfortable with yourself. Then you will find the right person. Every breakup happens for a reason. There is a reason. You don't know it at the time, but you will learn something every single time about yourself and about what you want out of your life. So I hope that helped. What is the sweetest thing that your hubby has ever done for you? You two seem like a great pair. Well, thank you. I know you guys don't see him a lot, but we are a great pair. I'm not gonna lie about that. We balance each other great. We are very, very similar. It's just like we have a lot of the similar qualities, a lot of things that are different too, but it works well together. What is the sweetest thing he has ever done for me? I don't know. I think making me laugh is the sweetest thing he's ever done. I love the fact that I can laugh and smile every single day around him. And that beats out anything he could buy me or do for me in that way. What YouTubers do you watch? I watch a lot of different people. Kristen Game, Miss Crystal M, Makeup by Tiffany D, Lola Marie 7. People that I talk to regularly in real life are mostly the people I follow. Every once in a while there are a couple people, like I watch Jaclyn Hill, but I watch her here and there. I watch Alex, God, I can't even remember her last name. It starts with a G, Garza, I think, or something like that. Brianna Stanko, I watch her because it's mostly people that I talk to in real life with the exception of a few. Let's see here. Hi, Lisa, I love your videos. If I ever needed an honest opinion on something, I always see if you have a review and recommend to my friends. My question is, if you could only purchase one makeup brand for the rest of your life, what would it be? Ooh. Off the top of my head, Guerlain. I think I could get by with them. That would be the top of my head. What is your go-to CC tinted moisturizer when you just need something quick and casual? Peter Thomas Roth CC cream, by far. And the best concealer. I think the best concealer, if you have dark under eye circles, which is mostly what I conceal, is not a concealer, it's the Tarte CC corrector. Most worn jewelry pieces. I would actually say my rings, my watch, I don't ever change them. I don't ever take them off. These two right here by far. How do you cope with stressful and difficult people and days? Love your vlogs. Thank you. I don't know. I think I just take them as it come at me. Like, take everything as it comes at you. Don't let everything build up, and just deal with each problem as it comes at you. And, you know, just do what's right for you, and don't let other people bother you. I don't let a lot bother me of what other people do. If you only had 5 minutes to do your makeup, which products would you use? Foundation, bronzer, Tarte CC corrector, mascara, and some lip balm. What is one makeup product you can't live without? Probably foundation. How did you and your husband meet? I have talked about this before. The quick and easy answer to this was my brother wanted to come live with me in Baltimore. He wanted a job in a bar as a barback. I went into a friend's bar that was working there, sat behind the bar. Marty was there at the bar. It was like a Wednesday night. Marty thought that I was my friend's wife because he had never met her. And when I left, my friend then called me, said, would you mind if I give him your number? Quick and easy. We've been together since. What do you enjoy most about vlogging, and do you prefer your weekly vlogs or review demo vlogs to film? I like a little bit of both. I think it's good to have diversity. I am trying to decide whether it is smart to move my vlogs maybe to Saturday on a weekend and put an extra review in, because if I add another haul and another face of the month to my monthly schedule, that really knocks out. Right now you guys are probably only getting like 3, maybe 4 reviews a month, probably 3. If I take Wednesdays out and add something in there and just make the reviews a little bit shorter and make it review Wednesday, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let's see here. Holy Grail foundation. If I could only choose one, Guerlain Extreme. The Per Extreme, I think it's called. The Perfection. Would you ever consider plastic surgery? If so, what? Yeah, I would. Why not? I have fillers, I have all that. If I had something that I felt like I wanted to fix, heck yeah. Why not? What is your favorite brand of bags? What types and styles of bags do you prefer to use? I like classic bags. That would probably be the easiest. If you could only choose one makeup, hair care, skin, what would it be? Favorite video to film? I think Guerlain would be it. Hair care, I have no idea. Skincare right now would be Obagi. What is your favorite video to film? Probably face of the month. Just kind of like sit down, talk to you guys, just have fun with it. What is your most embarrassing moment? I don't know. I don't like, it's like when something happens, it's embarrassing for a minute, but I don't let it weigh on me. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Who inspired you to start a YouTube? If you guys remember Lollipop26, Laura, she has a blog now. It's Buy Now, Blog Later. She was the first person I talked to on YouTube, and she was like, yeah, go for it, make a video, and I did. Any tips on those who want to start a YouTube channel? Be yourself. 100% be true to yourself. Do what you enjoy. As long as you enjoy it, other people enjoy it. Do not worry about getting stuff sent to you. Don't worry about getting sponsored videos. Don't worry about getting paid on it. Don't worry about your viewers. Don't worry, like, meaning viewers, meaning how many viewers you have. Do it for the people that watch you. You know why? The ones that aren't watching you, if they find you and they want to watch you, they will. If they don't and they watch, they're just going to cut you down. So don't bother. Do it for the people that you enjoy and the people that you will be able to help. Are you still doing Stitch Fix? No. It got to a point where I started feeling like the tops were not made well, and I kept getting the same things over and over and over again, even though I was giving them direction for totally different stuff. Do you ever experience negativity on social media, and how do you deal with it? Yeah, sure, every once in a while. Not much, because I think I truly do videos, and I do them for people that enjoy watching them. If they don't enjoy watching them, just click off. It's fine. I don't mind. That's everybody. I do it, so why shouldn't you? I start watching something, if it doesn't capture my attention, I click off, or if I don't like someone's personality or their way of doing things, I click off. That's all it is. Get negative comments here and there, but I'm talking like very few and far between, because I think it's out there that I'm me. And honestly, if I get a negative comment, like sometimes other people will get the comment before me and they'll comment back. I go delete, block, and I forget about it. It's that easy. If I don't know you, I'm not going to let you affect me. I don't know. It's just how I am. How does Marty feel about you doing YouTube and sharing these parts of your life with your vlogs? He thinks it's funny. Like, I don't think, we were talking about this because one of our friends that lives 2 doors down, her husband watched one of the videos and he was talking to Marty about it, and Marty's like, I've never watched one. Never. He knows what I do. He knows that I'm on here. He knows that MJ's on here. He knows that other friends and family and everywhere we go is on here. It's just not his thing. So, everybody's got their own thing. Have you ever thought of living somewhere else? Sure. We will probably end up at some point in Connecticut, New York, upstate New York area, probably. Where did you get your pup? The name of the kennel, please. It was called A Cozy Kennel. If you Google A Cozy Kennel, and I think I Googled Maryland French Bulldog, all that together, they do come up. She's an amazing woman that I got him from. Your 5 all-time favorite can't live without tried and true makeup products you would highly recommend. Guerlain, like Perfection, Shiseido Sun Protection Powder, Tarte CC Corrector, any type of mascara. I don't know, and bronzer, any type of bronzer. Those would be my 5 tried and true. Like, those vary. The mascara and the bronzer vary all the time. The other ones are tried and true. What's your number one wish on your bucket list? I don't know. I kind of do what I feel like doing when I feel like doing it. I wouldn't mind going to Paris. My mom and I talked about going there and it just didn't work out. I talked about going to London with my sister-in-law. That just didn't work out. There's always things going on. I'll get there. Like, I don't really consider it my bucket list because I know I'll get there. Do people ever recognize you as being on YouTube? Every once in a while, more or less in like Sephora, Ulta. I've had 1 or 2 times at random places that somebody recognized me. But if you ever see me out there, please say hello. I don't look for it, but if you guys see me, please do. You have lovely confidence. Is this part of your personality or something you've had to work on? I think I've worked on it. I probably wasn't this I definitely wasn't this confident growing up. I was a late bloomer. I would say I started later I would say my early 20s before I was like really, really dating. I was never a drink. See, I was self-confident though, because in high school, everyone else was like drinking and having fun, and I didn't drink. I just never wanted to. I took care of my friends by driving them around. First time I was drunk, I was 32. It just was never my thing. It just wasn't my thing. And so I wouldn't say I was self-confident. I would say I was very, very, very driven, and I was not able to be persuaded. If I had an idea or a way I wanted to be, I stuck with it, and that's all there was to it. And I've always been that way. So I think it's a little bit of I was always that way, and a little bit of my self-confidence, I would say, I grew into as I got older and I got to know myself better. I definitely think that living by myself, living through relationships, living through different stages in my life made me comfortable in who I am, and that's what makes me come across that way, I guess. Next one, what does Marty do? Marty is easiest way to explain it, he works for a very, very well-known corporate company. He is a senior regional vice president of the company, one of the youngest they've had, and it is in financial and kind of insurance as well. It's kind of hard to explain unless you know the company, and I don't want to say that. He does have a very strict social media policy. He only, in the last 4 years, got Facebook, and even on Facebook, very rarely do you see pictures of him or pictures that he gets tagged in, because he can't be. His profile picture, I think, is like MJ or the dog or something like that. It's just, with his position in the company, when you get to a certain point in the company, they just have a strict social media policy. It's that easy. So that is everything that I saw here on my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, things like that. If you guys have any other questions and you want to do another video, please let me know. And what else I am wearing. Let's see here. I have on my face the Becca Complete Coverage Foundation Tarte CC Corrector, Urban Decay Naked Concealer under my eyes, Laura Geller Bronze and Brighten, NARS Madly, Hourglass Strobe, I think it's in the iridescent, to set Laura Mercier Translucent for both under my eyes and my face that doesn't have other powders. On my eyes is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette, Marc Jacobs Highliner, Chanel Volume, Le Volume de Chanel Mascara, Anastasia Brow Definer. On my lips is Anastasia Pure Hollywood, and that's it because they're a little bit plump right now. I have on the Stella & Dot Raid, I think it's called. R-I-A-D, I think it is. 3 different necklaces in one. Sweater is from Nordstrom's. It's just a big chunky cable knit for these cold days. I have on the cage cuff, the Gilded Path wrap, and the Renegade cluster. I have on the signature engravable ring, my David Yurman ring, everything else I talked about. So that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if you have any other questions that I didn't touch base on, and have a great day, guys. Bye.